morning, jamming so hard he might break the rim. Demetrius Johnson, fella, keeping his ear to the street. He's bringing the heat. Demetrius Johnson. True conversation about St. Louis sports, politics, education, the streets, and music. Demetrius Johnson. He's bringing you news from SLU to Mizzou, home of the Cardinals, the Rams, and the Blue. Demetrius Johnson. Rewarding big-time players, making big-time plays. Who's shining on the football field, who's shooting them J's. Demetrius Johnson. Keeping it 100 with the big fella. Just like me, he's a true STLer. Demetrius Johnson. Looking out for the community and the kids. It's the big fella, man, you know who he is. Demetrius Johnson. So hot, so hot. You're now in tune with the sound of Big Lang. And the show starts now. So hot. Demetrius Johnson.
You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Oh, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up.
Good morning and welcome to the Demetrius Johnson Show. The big fella flying high with his compadres. He got his boy, the big fella. That's my man, the coach. What's up, coach?
Well, D.
And let me say good morning to all of our folks who's up early this morning. We got some folks up early. Good morning, Miss Boyd. I love some Miss Boyd, y'all. I mean, good morning, Chrissy. Good morning, Yolanda Found Henderson. Y'all, my family. I appreciate you guys getting up early in the morning. Keep sending me that wake-up call, y'all, because I had a long day yesterday. Drove up to the University of Missouri, Columbia, went to the football game. They won a big game. We needed to win that game, y'all, and they won it. Good morning, Debbie. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, folks, yeah, just send me some good mornings this morning, y'all. I need to get going because we won the game yesterday, but it was a tough game. It was a tough one yesterday. I think we're gonna be okay. You know, we got to get them players we need in here, man. So, Big Mike, let's go and get this party started and bring my boy Big Mike in and have a conversation. What's up, Big Mike?
Hey, what's up, DJ Blue Tiger Pride, baby?
For life, big dog, for life.
Yep. Hey, college football, Western Groves basketball player, Elisa Maupin, NFL, and Big Mike High School Players of the Week.
Let's go.
Hey, man, number one Alabama loser, Texas A&M, 41-38 yesterday, man. Great game. They tried to come back from 24-10 down at halftime. Man, that doggone James Williams put on a show. 10 catches, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, 14.6 average. Hey, man, his stock rising like a mug, man.
Hey, you know what that tells me, right? You put a kid in the right system, and he changed his whole dynamic. Just think about this, y'all. In the meantime, we had a lot of folks wasn't having his back. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't having his back. He goes to Ohio State. Can't even get on the freaking field, right? Now he goes, so he get on the field. It wasn't doing much, but now he goes and to where he is now, and he gets it done, and that's what it's all about, y'all. I mean, he's playing great. I mean, you gotta give him a lot of love and thank him for having the ability to do what he's doing. He's doing a good job. So,
yep.
Congratulations to him.
Like I always told you, he's the smoothest athlete I ever seen. And he's a track guy, DJ. You see his speed. And then look at Texas A&M sophomore running back Devon Akins. 96-yard kick return for a touchdown. He's also a track guy. He run track for Texas A&M. He ran a 10 200 meters, and he ran a 20.3 200 meters. A football player that run track is dangerous.
I agree. And, a lot of coaches, they want to be selfish and just make these kids just run play football, rather than letting these kids just expand their whole ability and get better. And it's not going to do anything but make them better in the long run. So I get kind of disappointed when I see coaches do that thing. But, this guy is, you see track guys can roll and they can do well in football. So I like it.
Yep. Number 6, Oklahoma had to come from behind to beat Texas 55-48. freshman quarterback. Caleb Williams come off the bench, 15 of 24, 211 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hey, and Casey Thompson is the quarterback for Texas. That's Charles Thompson's son, who played with Barry Swiss for Oklahoma back in the day.
Oh, really?
He was lighting them up, man. 20 of 34, 388 yards, 5 touchdowns.
I had no idea. I mean, this football season is gonna be interesting, y'all. I mean, and check this out, folks. In the next hour, we're gonna have Mikhail Wingo on from the University of Missouri. We're gonna be talking with him about the big time interception he got. Take the house. So it's always good to see these kids do well, man. I mean, I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Mikhail Wingo was rolling too. He looked like he had that track speed running that touchdown.
Hey, JC, I heard Mikhail Wingo interview, after the game, and they was asking him, "Hey, man, you look like a fullback." You know what he said? "No, man, I ain't look like no fullback. I look like a running back." he said, "I was rolling up there." And he was. I mean, the big fella was rolling.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Yeah. Hey, man, Jackson State blast Alabama A&M 61-15.
Wow, they beat them that bad?
Yeah. Shador Senior, 17 of 24, 249 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah. North Carolina A&T 38-34 over Northern Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, check out Webster Groves basketball player Eliza Mampin. She gave oral commitment to Kansas State. Last year she averaged 12.6 points, 5.3 rebounds. She's also a big-time volleyball player and a 2-time state track champion in the high jump. And she also got the school record in the long jump, man. Great athlete. 6'2", man.
And going to Kansas State.
Yep.
Man, congratulations, man. Get these kids up out of here, man. We got to get these kids up out of here so we can keep it moving, man.
Yeah. Hey, NFL, good game tonight. Bills versus Chiefs, man.
Hey, do me a favor. One of y'all, Mike and JC, I don't know if y'all got your radio up or not. If you do, kind of turn your radio down if y'all got one up, because I'm hearing some echoing. So if somebody can turn it down. Y'all don't have one on? Might be me over here. I'm going to have to check mine over here when I get a second.
Yeah. And the Chiefs, you got them 2 St. Louis guys, D tackles. From U City, you got Tershawn Wharton.
Right.
Parkway Central, you got Kalen Saunders, both on the Chiefs.
Okay.
Hey, what do you think about your boy John Gruden? They came up with that email. He was talking about DeMaurice Smith.
And what did he say? I didn't never get to the gist of it. What did he say?
He said something about dumb Boris Smith has lips the size of Michelin tires.
He said what now?
He said dumb Boris Smith. He called him his first name, dumb Boris Smith, has lips the size of Michelin tires.
And he sent that email out to people.
Yep, back in 2013, I think.
Who did he send that out to? They say. And how
I
did they find it in email?
I can't remember. I don't have it in front of me right now.
No, that's all right.
I seen the quote.
Well, let me say this, man. I mean, I say this all the time, and I hope people understand when we say this. It's real. You ain't nothing but what do you call it? I don't want to say a slave to them, but that's what you are. I mean, the product. You're just a product for them.
Right.
They don't like these guys. A lot of times they don't like them. They go home, probably saying all kind of stuff about them and stuff to them and all that stuff, and that's what it is. I mean, the reality of it is, folks, you're none but a commodity to them. You're just a vehicle, and I'm not saying everybody. I mean, there's some people it's not like that, but a lot of times it is. Think about it in the NBA basketball when you have the white folks standing up there saying, "Shut up and just dribble." You can't have no opinion on nothing that happens in this country. You can't have no opinion of what's going on in your community. You can't have no opinion on when you see some injustices going on. What you need to do is just shut up and dribble the freaking ball and be quiet, or shut up and just run the ball or catch the ball. But because they don't look at you as no value of a person, they look at you as a commodity. I mean, you're just in a ring. Let's just keep it real, JC. You're just in a ring and you're entertainment. Entertainment don't supposed to talk back, Coach. Give me your opinion.
Right. Oh, no doubt about it. You know, you hit it right on the head, DJ. And Mike, they don't want you to have an opinion. Hey, you're there for our good pleasure, and we just want to watch you perform, but don't say anything. Don't have an opinion. Don't take a stand on anything. That's why I love those guys in the NBA, man, and how they control that narrative in the NBA. Them NBA guys, man, they control it.
Right. So I mean, and that's what we talk about. But think about this. It comes from the parents, right? The parents would tell the kid, "Don't say nothing. Be quiet. You're gonna hurt your chances." And let me tell you something, folks. I keep telling you this. As long as your kid has the ability, if he has the ability, he's gonna play. I don't care what he says. I'm gonna give you a great example. I don't care what he's doing most of the time.
Right.
The boy, the receiver, Mike and JC, who is that he playing with now? He's been suspended almost damn near every year.
Kansas City.
Yeah, for Kansas City. What's his name, Mike?
Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. This guy has been suspended almost every freaking year for getting high. And he's been in the league how many years now? He's been suspended for the last. What year is this for, Mike?
Since 2013. They said he gonna play today and might start next week.
So let me do you the NFL counting so people understand. You got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and we're in 21, right?
Right.
9 seasons that he's been having drug problems.
Yeah.
And they still talking about activating the plan them today. So y'all tell me what message that's sending.
Just using you.
Yeah. Hey, man, we don't care what you do. You go out there, win some games for us, because when your career is over, you're done anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I think that was July 21st, 2011, National Football League, something about the lockout that year. That's where it came up from.
I mean, okay. And so what I'm telling you guys is this. I'm not surprised that's what they think of us. But for whatever reason, these parents and some of these people think these sporting folks, especially the big money folks, they like them personally. Some of them they may like. I'm not saying they don't like all of them. But guess what? They going to use it. Once you ain't no good, you going to throw you out the pasture. Think about it. And one thing that we're going to talk about. All right, go ahead, Mike. I'm finish up.
Yeah, Big Mike High School Players of the Week. Hey, give me Parkway North running back Quarren Williams, 17 carries, 205 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a 41-21 win over Parkway Central. I think he gave oral commitment to Mizzou. And then give me my man Ryan Wingo over at SLU. 5 touchdowns and a 55-6 win over Biani. He had 1 pass for a 60-yard touchdown. He had 1 rush for a 55-yard touchdown. He had 3 catches for 101 yards and 3 touchdowns. Scored every time he touched the ball, man.
And let me say this, man. For anybody to assume this guy is not the real deal, they have a problem. I mean, Ryan Wingo is a special kid. He once in a lifetime guy. They come out this kid. I mean, special. He's got the grades. He can play. He's the real deal. And I'm gonna tell you something. And Mike and the guys over there at SLU is now, utilizing him to the point that where he can show his ability, and that's what I like.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid is special, man, and he's just a kid.
Yeah, he's a humble kid too, man. He is a great kid, man.
Very special.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Big Mike, if we want to cut, what can they do, Playboy?
Hey, Grand Center Barbershop, baby. 3315 Olive, 531-2838 Harley from anywhere. Right on DJ Blue Tiger Pride.
For life, big dog, for life. All right, thanks, Big Mike. We got Murray Scott coming up with Scout It Out. Let me know when we got Murray Scott, Big D. Hey, JC, check this out.
Yes.
Before we move on to other topics, I want you folks to hear this. Yeah, 18 NBA players
Yeah, crazy.
that got indicted for fraud. They had all these fake medical bills and pretending like they was injured or hurt or whatever. They wasn't even going to the doctor. They was getting paid. And now 18 of them, think about this, man. You got 18 folks. It's just disturbing to me.
It is.
You got 18 folks. They all was millionaires. Every last one of them probably made millions, okay? They made millions. And for them to go and fake these claims like they was injured and putting them in, their asses all need to go to jail. And you're right, Yolanda. They were greedy. They need to go to jail, folks.
Well, if they, I'm sure they made millions, and if they don't have millions left, it's to their fault as well. So they, many of them shouldn't be in that position.
How do you tell me, folks, how do you go and defraud the freaking government, man? Do y'all know that they gonna find? I mean, somebody gonna slip. These guys they was filling out these forms, pretending like they was going to get help, get services.
Hey man, they was filling out forms talking about they was going to the dentist, all kinds of stuff, man. One guy said that he had 8 root canals in one day.
He had what?
8 root canals in one day. $48,000 worth of dental work.
Hold on. He did what, Jimmy?
One of the players arrested defrauded 8 root canals in one day. Say he had $48,000 worth of dental work in one
8
day.
root canals. Y'all don't think that's going to do a red flag, folks? 8 root canals? How do you do 8 root canal and doesn't think that's going to create any attention? I just want to know.
Oh, big fella, I feel a storm brewing.
Somebody tell me. What's up, Calvin Green? Grew up with you, big man. How you doing? Hey, man, my folks is up early this morning, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Londa, Henderson, everybody. My girl, Erica. Boy, they up this morning, y'all. I appreciate that because we're going to get down. We got a lot of Jackie Mack, Mike Wilson. We're going to have a good conversation. Go ahead, Jimmy.
One of our local guys was involved in it. Darius Miles was involved in it.
Yeah, Darius Miles. Darius Miles, man, the guy, the young star from East St. Louis. Darius, come on, man. Why would you let these fools get you caught up? Oh, my man. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? That's all right. Y'all better send them some cards because they're going to jail.
And now what it does, too, DJ, I mean, it doesn't stop the medical insurance for the players, but it slows it down, man, because now they're going to be scrutinizing everything, people that really need it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the NFL and the NBA has been battling for years for former players to maintain medical coverage, man. That was one of the big deals. You know, they had the same thing in the NFL.
Let's do this. We got to take a break. Coming back, man, we're going to Maureen Scott was scouted out. What's up, Lee Johnson? What's up, my man, DeAndre Campbell, Coach Campbell? My man, Big D, is up rolling with me. Holla at your boys. I'll give you the number when we're ready for call-ins. We got a large show. It's going to be great. The big fella, Coach, right back.
Pick up that phone and let us know what you think about the new 96.3 R&B for the Lou.
It's Mike Polo. I like y'all station. I really dig y'all station.
Our feedback line is open at 314-444-3090. Call us up. Tell us who you are.
It's BG.
And tell us where you're calling from.
I'm from Ferry Heights.
Then, let us know what you think about our station.
96.3, keep rocking.
Oh, don't be shy. We'll take the good with the bad. That's 314-444-3090. 888-848-3090. The 96.3 feedback line is powered by Metro Pawn, home of custom-made jewelry by jeweler Elton the Iceman. Be seen with our bling. MetroPawnSTL.com.
Does your Halloween costume look like an experiment?
Hello!
Gone wrong?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
She's talking about us.
Luckily, there's a solution.
It's a family secret.
Let's roll!
Simply find a Goodwill store near you.
My favorite.
Inside, you'll find all the materials you'll need to create a one-of-a-kind costume. Be unique. Visit goodwill.org/Halloween.
That's grand.
Then see The Addams Family 2 in theaters October 1st. This film is not yet rated.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
New vehicles arrive every single day at Travers GMT Auto Sales in beautiful Florissant, right across from Deerberg's. Shop all makes and models of cars, trucks, and SUVs in all price ranges. Many still under factory warranty. Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Lexus, Mercedes, BMW, and much more. Get fast 15-minute credit approval and guaranteed financing, regardless of your credit situation. Budget cars start at only $79.95. Travers GMT Auto Sales in Florissant on Lindbergh, 2 miles north of 270. Locally owned for 26 years and powered by the Travers Automotive and RV Group.
1 out of every 6 kids in America has a mental illness. I'm one of them. Hi, I'm Bella. I had my first panic attack in 2nd grade. By the time I was a teenager, I had thoughts of suicide. I still need care, but children's health care is underfunded. Please give at children'smiraclenetworkhospitals.org today. Together, we can change kids' health to change the future.
End the stigma. Find out more at I'm Listening. Go to imlistening.org.
Thanks for the coffee. No problem. With my cash rewards card from Navy Federal Credit Union, I get up to 1.75% cash back. Isn't it 1.5%? Now it's up to 1.75%. That's bigger and better. I bought these scones with my cash back. I love scones. Me too. Scones for everyone.
When you sign up for direct deposit, you can earn up to 1.75% cash back with the Cash Rewards Card. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up, or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Do you have dry, damaged hair? Try Pantene Daily Moisture Renewal Conditioner. The color-safe formula with Provi nutrients repairs damaged hair without weighing it down. Repair damaged hair with Pantene.
Back to St. Louis's best mix of R&B.
This is my station for R&B from back in the day and today.
This is the new 96.3 R&B.
The hottest music every day, all day.
For the Lou.
Aw, big fella, I feel the storm brewing. You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Aw, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up.
Welcome back to the YouTube John said the big fella flying high with his compadre. I'm on here. There you go. I want to hear anything at first. With his compadre, JC, the coach. Now it's time to go to our boy Maurice Scott was scouted out. Good morning, Maurice. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, big fella. Good morning to the coach
How you
as
doing,
well, my
Maurice
man.
Scott?
How y'all doing? Doing well.
All right, what we got this morning?
All right, let's keep it rolling. Joining me on the line right now, this gentleman right here, man. I'm very proud of him. Dad used to be a former teammate with me in baseball back in high school, the East Side. Now his son is putting it down for Carter-Riller College Prep and Bradley Bill Elite last year. Just committed to Murray State University on a basketball scholarship on Friday. Let's bring on the Demetrius Johnson Show and Scouting It Out with Mo Scott. Braxton Stacker from Carter-Riller College Prep. Good morning to you, Braxton. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for I'm gonna tell you, man. Thanks for joining us, man. For a young man in high school, man, getting up early in the Sunday morning, you showing commitment already, baby. I appreciate you joining us this morning.
No problem. No problem.
Braxton, man. No problem, man. Listen, you've had a great high school career. Your senior year is coming up. But talk about just on Friday, you committed to the Murray State Racers on a full basketball scholarship. Talk about how that was on Friday with you and your parents alongside and your family and the rest of your friends. What kind of feeling was that, Braxton?
It was just really exciting, working pretty much from middle school, just being in the gym, working on ball handling, being outside, working out with my brother, lifting weights, getting stronger, really for all just leading pretty much up to this point. It just felt like all my hard work paid off and all the long nights paid off. And, this is what really I've just been working for. So hopefully, just keep working and keep striving to reach that next goal. So, yeah, it was a great feeling.
And that is great, man. And the early signing period is, I think, October the 19th. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah. Talk about, and a lot of people were talking over Braxton Stacker. He's a heck of a basketball player over at Carter College Prep, and he just committed to Murray State University on a full basketball scholarship. Braxton, previously you was at Belleville East, and I got an opportunity to see you play in high school when you were playing at Belleville East. And quite frankly, in my opinion, they didn't allow you to play your game, and talk about going to Carter College Prep and allowing you to do your thing over there.
At Cardinal Ritter, Coach Ron Johnson, great coach. They won a state ring before I got there, and then we also won one after I came. So, he's a great coach, really pushed me. He had me there in the summer before the school year started last year, and was working me out every day in the gym, had me in there drenched, sweating. He had me in there tired every day, and he just really saw more potential in me and really just got it all out of me. And, he just does a good job of doing that. And we had a great team and went on a great run. He just, he told me he's going to believe in me. And he just wanted me to play hard and give good energy and play my game. So that's what I did, and it worked.
Yeah, you're right. He's a great coach. They have a great program over there, and I kudos to you and your family for recognizing that you needed to be pushed to be coached a little better, and I'm so proud of you and your accomplishments there at Cardinal Ritter. You did some other great things away from the high school scene to get you ready as well. You had an opportunity to play with Bradley Beal Elite and go on the EYBL circuit with them. And I tell a lot of young men that there's nothing like going on the EYBL circuit and playing with basically like grown men. Talk about how that prepared you for your high school year, not only your junior season, but your senior season coming up.
I feel like it prepared me pretty much as best prepared you could get. Basically playing against as close as you can get to the college experience, playing guys that's whether it's high major guys, 5 stars, it's pretty much the best competition you can get as far as AAU. So really just staying solid against them, get my shots off against those caliber of players, and being able to be effective in those games really just makes it easier when you get back to high school, being effective and still being able to get your shots off and just being able to, learn more about the game, and just, developing myself over the summer. And that really just prepares you for high school, and I'm looking to have a big senior season.
Real briefly, and I got a couple more questions. I'm sure the coach and DJ have a question for you as well. You guys made it to the championship game of the Peace Jam on the AAU circuit with Bradley Beal Elite, and I remember after Bradley Beal finished with the playoffs, he was right there on the bench with you guys. Talk about his presence at practice and doing the Peace Jam scene down there with you guys. What were some of the things you felt that he offered with you guys? And you individually, particularly Braxton.
Okay. Well, he offers, great energy. Of course, he offers great advice, playing at the level that he does. So he's just a really good mentor, being able to pull you aside and say, next time you could do this or look at this. And, just really help you out and give you tips for when you're on the court and just bringing good energy, turning the team up, keeping our heads up, trying to keep the tempo up. And, yeah, he just gives his input, his good advice. We all take it into account. And, yeah, he's along with, being a great player, the great player that he is, he's also becoming a great teacher. So we love having him when he's able to come, and it's all just been a great experience.
Well, Braxton, if DJ and Coach don't have anything for you, I'm very proud of you. You're a great student athlete as well. You're doing a great job academically. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to your signing day in a couple of weeks. And we'll be here back you all the way down there in Kentucky at Mary State in the near future, man. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Braxton, thank you. Congratulations, my man. We really appreciate it. Great interview, Maurice.
Yeah, congratulations, my man.
Yeah, really proud of this young man, Braxton, man. He's over at Gardner Ritter, man. He said he's a baller.
Hey, man.
They
very well-spoken, very intelligent, too, man. I love that, man.
But let me say this to his parents, and the coaching staff. Let me just say this, y'all. For this young man to get up this early, 6 o'clock in the morning, to be disciplined, to do what you ask of him, and he gets his responsibility taken care of, that tells you a lot about who Braxton is over at Gardner Ritter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Hell, it's hard for us getting up. Imagine a young guy who can sleep, get up to do this. Thank you, Braxton, and tell your mom and dad that we truly appreciate the young man that you are and you have become. And Maurice, we want to make sure we keep an eye on Braxton and be right there with him, man, throughout this whole process.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do that, man. Continued success, Braxton, man. And his parents are loyal listeners wherever we go, what time it is, don't matter. They're loyal listeners to the Demetrius Johnson Show, man. So we want to thank Braxton again.
What'd you say, Coach?
Is he still on?
No, is he gone? I think he's gone. Yeah, they hung up. He hung up.
Okay. Who are his parents? Who are his parents, man?
Braxton, his dad, Marlon, played on that 1979 state championship team with Bob Shannon's.
Oh, wow.
And he was the one of the place kickers, and he also was one heck of a baseball player back at Eastside when we really had great baseball back then. Yeah. And he's the Stacker family is very known in East St. Louis. His uncle is I think one of the assistant fire chiefs over in East St. Louis, and works for Ameren UE. So they're a known family over there. That's that family, JC. Over
That's
in
what
East
I'm
St.
talking
Louis.
about. The Stacker family, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Maurice. Great job once again, Maurice. You do a great job scouting it out for us.
Appreciate it, man.
The Stacker family, thank you so much for allowing us to have Braxton on. A great young man, folks. We're going to keep watching him. And that's what we got to do. Maurice Scott does a great job uplifting and finding these young folks for us so we can interview them. Maurice, thank you, man.
All right, man. You guys knock it out. I'll be listening.
All right, it's my man Maurice Scott with Scouting Out. He always comes with some provocative people, man. It's interesting young men and women. Great job, Maurice Scott. Love his work, man. Now it's time to go and talk to my boy, our guy. Hey, before I'm going to set the stage, y'all. This is a situation. It's Nelly. Hey, Big D, get on the mic for me. Nelly has just gotten a big, like a legendary award or something. I forgot the name of the award he just received. And Nelly, and there's some things going back and forth with him and Ali, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they say they got kind of contentious again this week with the words and all that stuff.
No, I haven't seen it. So,
Yeah.
I've been pretty busy myself, but I haven't seen it. I've just heard of it, and I haven't.
Yeah,
really
well, that's what I've been hearing. I haven't seen it myself. I don't keep up with it, but I mean, I don't know, man. You can get bad blood and those kind of things, and I think they said the reason why he's having a problem this time, Ali's having a problem this time, is because Nelly didn't recognize him in the acceptance of this award. I saw it after I received a video from some folks that sent me a video out of the celebration of Nelly receiving that award. Whatever they got going on, man, is just unfortunate because they really put St. Louis on the map. But let me tell you who gave them an opportunity to put them on the map. They didn't do it by themselves. It's always somebody in your corner to get you, to propel you to that opportunity. And that guy who helped Nelly out, and Nelly recognized him. That's one. Now, I got to give Nelly credit for recognizing him because a lot of people don't recognize this guy. They turn their back on him. They act like he was never in existence. And he did a whole lot for him. But he's a humble man, so he don't say nothing. So I be saying all kind of stuff. Hey, man, hell, it was me, you clown. That's what I be saying to people. But he don't do that. Let me bring in the conversation. He's my little brother. I love this guy. My boy, Kevin Pulley. We call him Kevy Kev. What's up, Kev?
Hey, DJ. Good morning to you and the crew and the staff. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Hey, Kevy, Nelly just got.
What's up, Coach?
Nelly just got a big award, and I think it's something like a legendary award.
Yeah, the BET Hip Hop Music Awards, and he got the Legend Award. Congratulations to Nelly, man. Well deserved, man. Him and the St. Lunatics, man. Hey, man, those guys are awesome. I was, like you said, I was just blessed to be there, man, to watch it, man.
Yeah, but he sent you a shout out.
Yes,
why did Nelly send you a shout out? Tell us a story. Why a guy in St. Louis like Kevy Kev, he would send a shout out to?
Well, it's just kind of interesting. Nelly and Ali, I heard you mention, guys came by the station, and they were trying to get their record played, and during that time, DJ, we talking, the early mid '90s. During that time, I was at Magic, and we were the only station in St. Louis playing hip hop and rap at that time, and so we were obviously a place to get the music out there to a wide audience. So they came by and they had their record. That was "Give Me What You Got," and we just took a chance. And when I say took a chance, they were so tight on us, man. I'm sure it's like they were DJs now, but you can't just play what you want to play. And so another friend of ours, DJ Cut, he got me a copy of the Country Grammar CD, and it was doing good. He was doing things within the club, but it wasn't getting any radio play. And he got them. I said, man, this thing this is awesome, man. And so I just said one night, man, I'm just gonna play this thing, man. And I put it on, man. And I tell you something, which is crazy. Look back at it now, 25 years later, I'm playing this record, DJ, which would go on to win a Grammy and all. And I'm thinking, man, I hope this record going off quick because it's good, but I could get fired for this. Was where my thought process was. That's how crazy stuff was. You knew that was a great song, great album. But I just say, hey, man, if I got to go down one, we're gonna do this thing, But it was a great record, turned out great, and like I said, Nelly recognizing me with the shout out, man. I really appreciate it, man, because I had a chance over the years. Did 10 years of hip hop in St. Louis, man. Got a chance to meet a lot of artists, interview a lot of them, because they didn't have the internet like they do today. So, when the radio was it. I mean, I had Beyonce's dad drive him up from Houston to St. Louis to be on my radio show, Destiny's Child. interviewed Jay-Z, his first interview in St. Louis, you know, that kind of stuff, Eazy-E, you know, and all those folks, because this was it. The radio was it. They didn't have any place else. And during the time when I was on, man, you could not play 2 rap songs back to back. Only I could do that at night. No other time. And we were the number one station in black music during that time. You could never. You only played rap music after 2:00 in the afternoon. You could only play one rap song once on an hour. Well, you know, and I think Chuck Atkins, because he gave me opportunity. I didn't, you know, I was a broadcast guy out of Mizzou, man. I hadn't been a DJ, but he put me on, and so, you know, I got a chance to do that, man. I had a chance to be in radio when stuff was really kind of breaking off like that, man. And you know, Nelly, man, and those guys, they were good. You know, like some other good artists, St. Louis, weren't getting any radio play, man. No love. They weren't getting love, man. And so, you know, I guess like you say, D, sometimes you just say, man, you take a chance and you know, you don't worry about it. I could tell you some other stuff I did I wasn't supposed to do as far as trying to, you know, get music and things on, but I thought it would help somebody. And, you know, thank the Lord it worked out. I'm really happy for Nelly, man. What a great career he's had, man.
We speaking with my good friend, my little brother, love this guy, Kevy Kev. Real name is Kevin Pulley, and he's an educator from Carnahan High School. And we've been rolling together for a long time. We do high school football games together. In fact, Kevy is the guy who got me into the radio game. So, Kevy, you have an impact on a whole lot of people's lives and careers. I'm one of them. You got me in the radio game when you and I did some things at 1600, you know, Sunday nights for years.
Yes,
so you got me started in the game, but you got a lot of artists.
Who didn't Kevy Kev help
right.
out in the game?
That's what I'm saying, Big D. Kevy Kev helped everybody.
He helped a lot of people.
I mean, you helped so many people, but the problem I've always had is people never want to recognize him, JC. They never want to give him no love because he's a humble dude, y'all.
That was just for to say that, man. DJ, when I was in high school, man, what we're now saying is Kevy Kev is a legendary DJ in the city of St. Louis, man, and has never got the due respect and love that he deserves because of his humbleness, man. But I appreciate him. We know the work that he's done in this community, man. It was just good for Nelly to recognize him on that national level, man. That did my heart good.
Hey, Coach, just to piggyback off what you said, I have much more respect for Nelly than I've ever had when he did that because, you always need somebody to propel your career. And there's like 2 guys who propelled my career and helped me out in this industry. Kevy Kev got me on the radio with him. He and I used to do a Sunday night show for years. And then Mike Bush got me in a TV.
Yeah, well, what Kevy said is so true. You know, those guys then, when Nelly was coming out, DJ and DTC, all you had was radio. You had the internet and all that stuff, man. You only had radio, and Kevy was willing to take a chance and really put his career on the line because, you know, everybody, all these guys that own these radio stations wasn't about rap music. They was kind of afraid of hip-hop. So we didn't know where hip-hop was going, but Kevy took the chance on this kid,
Trust
man.
and believe, I saw that because the very first time I met Kev, I was like, oh, he need a security guard.
I'm telling you.
Who was this little short dude?
I'm just, and Solo, our boy Solo just said that's what's up. He's the real deal. You are the real deal, Kevin. I get really disappointed when folks don't give you the same love, you know, that they gave like the Jock and Standards, those kind of guys. My man DeAndre Campbell just texts, Kevin is a legend, you know. Erica Brooks saying, congratulations, you know, thank God for people like him giving unsung, you know, heroes a chance. You are, man. You impacted my life. I'm telling you, folks, I would have never been on the radio unless Kevy Kev got me on the radio doing a talk show with him on Sunday nights at 1600. It would never happen. And we've been on the radio over 20 plus years now in St. Louis, being able to have a conversation.
One of the all-time great radio voices, DJ.
Oh, my God.
Ever, man, to grace the radio of St. Louis and probably the country, man. Kevin is just, I mean, he's just a constant professional. We've been around him and know him, you know what I mean? But the people have really not got a chance to know him because he's so humble.
Right. This dude is the most humble man, and he don't say much, y'all. I'm telling you, he won't say that. You won't even. He's so unassuming, you wouldn't even know who he is. He ain't like me. I'll make sure you know who I am. I get up on the table and dance or something. He's nothing like that. This dude's nothing like that.
I get humble a lot. my students don't know who I am. I have to tell them. I say, hey, ask your grandparents if they ever heard of DJ named Kevy Cab, man.
I mean,
you know, they teach me that.
but our fault, HAC. Yeah. It's our fault. Like anybody. Like I don't blame Nelly and those guys. I mean, I'm not just gonna say I don't blame them, but people like you and I who have the ability to get guys like him on the air, just thank him and the impact he's made in the music. And Kevy, I mean, you broke a whole lot of folks on the radio. And I'm telling you, Nelly got much love for me on this one because I'm telling you, he really recognized a guy. He said, hey, man, I want to thank Kevy Cav. I mean, he mentioned a few other guys, but the main guy, when he said Kevy Cav, man, that gave me chills, man, because I knew the work that you put in, Kevy. I mean, I love you like my little brother, man. You're one of the closest guys in the world to me. And it's just a blessing that you got this. Go ahead, Coach.
And I want to ask Kevy because, Kevy, I do see this now. Kevy DJ is a different person when he gets behind that mic now.
Oh, my God.
I will say that. Yeah. Kevy, what is that, man? Because when I talk to you, we've had conversations, some of everywhere at our events. But what is it when you get behind that radio, man, and you get behind that mic, man? What is it? What is it? Because you're different when you get behind that mic.
The dude the most. He is. Go ahead.
I guess you know, both you and DJ being athletes understand. You know, when you get to the field, I guess the mic was kind of like that for me. And I'm from St. Louis. Came out of Northwest High School, you know, which closed this year. I'm still hurting over that one. You know, that's a whole nother one for me. But I was kind of JC. I was kind of that nerd guy. You know, I was nobody. When I got in the radio, all my friends who knew me in high school, going like, Kevin Pulley's on the radio? Is that that can't be him? The guy that never said it. You know, so it was kind of like getting on the mic, man, was a chance kind of like to let loose. Hey, what's up? This is Kevin. You know, you get to do that kind of stuff, you know, because really you guys know me. That's really not me. Well, maybe it is me, but maybe it's the me I've been hiding for years. I don't know, but I feel like that's where I get to be kind of, maybe it is me. I get to be me or whatever, you know, but I feel like my personality, you know, like you say, nobody's probably ever going to say, DJ, I was the life of the party when I go in the house. Go somewhere with you, man, in the place or wherever we are. But I guess when I got behind the mic, man, it seemed like that was kind of like the sanctuary, man. I can let loose with it, you know. So
it was your performance center.
What was it?
Yeah, that was my performance center.
It was his performance center.
Wow.
It's the same with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, as a young
that is
kid,
true, man. D is kind of strange, right? Big D's kind of strange, right?
Look, let me tell you something.
When he get behind the ones and twos, he's a totally different animal.
Yes, sir. I know
he used to be a mean dude, crappy old dude. Now he's really changed that.
Wait a minute, hold on a second.
Now he ain't no crappy no more. Yeah, right. I mean,
big fella, the storm brewing.
Hey, do me a second. When we get ready to go to break, throw one of your mix in there for me while we're doing that, right?
You know what? I don't have.
You don't have any? Yeah, do that. Bring us some mix. But Kevin, man, I want to just take time.
I had the utmost respect for guys mixing like D, man, A.
Kevin doesn't know me as Big D. Matter of fact, Kevin knows me as Don Juan.
Don Juan.
There you go.
What?
Yeah, years. Look,
Don Juan.
When I first started radio.
Oh my God, this is an animal over here.
I started at Rittner High School in radio, and I was listening to Kevy and all the other guys, you know, and that's how I kind of got my start.
Okay.
You know, so
the Juan.
Don Juan. Yeah, that's my man. I'm like, I didn't know. Like, okay. See, now I know. I know.
Yeah. Yep. That was it back in the day.
Hey, Kevy, my girl up in Kansas City, A. Hobson, said some good stuff about you too, man. She's my girl. Everybody thanking you, Kevy. Everybody send some love out to you. Erica Brooks, all my folks. My boy Anthony Creighton, I grew up with them. He grew up with my big brother. So I want to say, man, Kevy, I want to just tell everybody, man, this cat right here, I love him, man. You my little brother, and ain't nothing in the world I wouldn't do for Kevy. And we always been that way. We do the high school football.
Same on this line, DJ. You know that.
We do the high school football games together. I mean, I had him to take my son out to play baseball. I mean, teach him baseball. I mean, this dude is just.
He's doing great too. Just let Jalen's getting his A.
Kevy is my family.
Pirates, but look out for him, man.
Yeah, Kevy is my family, folks, and this is what I need y'all to do, man. Y'all need to on Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media outlets, congratulate Kevin Pulley, Kevy Cav, y'all. Send me some congratulations to him for the great work he did for years and the hard work and a pioneer, not only in the radio industry, but just in life, because he helps a lot of kids too, man. Kevin Pulley, Kevy Cav, it is an honor and a blessing to be in your life, my man, because I am thankful that you're in my life, man. It's just, thank you for accepting me and my family and my kids and everyone. So thank you, Cav.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, man. Thank you, DJ. You know I love you, man. You know that. And the JC coach, man, love y'all. Don Juan, man, is good. Hey, man, congrats on your career, man, and everything you're doing, man. That's
Don Juan,
thank you, sir.
You
I
gotta
appreciate
be
it.
ashamed of yourself.
You know, I
my man,
I couldn't have
Don
I couldn't have did half of this without having the knowledge and listening to you guys like you and Tony Scott. Y'all helped out.
I'm telling you, Tony Scott, Kevy Cab, man, that one, the radio was popping, dude.
Legends, man. Legends.
Jazz Saunders. Yes, sir.
Maurice. Oh yeah, Maurice, you're right. Kevy, we did do the women's basketball game together.
Yeah,
and Maurice did basketball game with you.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot all about that. The St. Louis U women's basketball games. Man, we've done so much, and we still doing a lot of work, man. We got a sports academy that we do broadcasting with Kevy, and you can catch us on the weekends. Kevy, I love you, man.
Hey, same here, DJ. Thank you all, man. Y'all blessed me this morning, man. I'm looking forward to this Sunday, man. Thank you all, man. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Because, like you say, you didn't have to have me on here, man. You know, let me on your radio show.
You don't understand. I did have to have you on there. Goodbye. There you go.
Doubt about it.
You're wrong on that one, Playboy. I had to have you.
Yeah.
Love you, Kev.
Yeah, love you. Thanks.
All right, that's my man Kevin Pulley, y'all. He's over at Cornerham High School. Folks, y'all teachers over there and them students, y'all don't know what you have. Coming back, I got my man Dennis and his wife, Dennis Jefferson and his wife, Stephanie. Man, we had an interesting situation. Stay locked and loaded. The big fella, the coach. Big D, right back.
With the help of Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond, I get everyone's morning started with a smile. It has a delicious and hearty combination of the Cheerios you love, whole grain oats, and sliced almonds for an extra crunchy crunch. That's how I set the rhythm for a great day. Look for Cheerios Oat Crunch Almond in your local grocery store.
Maureen saved big shopping epic daily deals at Amazon. So now she's free to become Maureen the Merrier. And with her brand new tableware, everyone's welcome at Maureen's table. All of her family, friends, even her neighbor with the pet. Hey, has anyone seen a ferret around here? Found it. Dig into Amazon's epic daily deals. Spend less, smile more.
Hey dads, we know you've been working hard to make sure you're a good role model for your children. Did you know there's an organization that could help you stay on the right path? Fathers and Family Support Center has been helping dads for years, offering free classes to assist you with parenting, employment skills, job placement, and legal assistance. The Fatherhood Fire Program offers both in-person and virtual classes to help you in St. Louis and also in East St. Louis, Illinois. For information, call 314-333-4170 or visit their website at fatherssupportcenter.org. Enroll today. Call 314-333-4170. Again, that's Fathers and Family Support Center, 314-333-4170. Funding for this project was provided by the Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families. These services are available to all eligible persons regardless of race, gender, age, disability, or religion.
Over the past year and a half, you may have spent more time with the youth in your life, but have you really been connecting? October is Let's Talk Month, so take this opportunity to connect with the young people in your life using Connect With Me, a free resource from the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services. Head to health.mo.gov/connect or follow us on social media for conversation starter cards, resources, and weekly activities.
This message brought to you by the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services.
Hey guys, it's Brenda Ray, and I want to tell you about my friend Big D from HW Kia of West County. You hear us on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. getting people approved and giving away prizes. So if you're in the market for a new Kia or any kind of pre-owned ride, call Big D on his personal cell phone, 314-586-1333. That's 314-586-1333, and he will work to get you approved. HW Kia has some incredible deals on new and certified pre-owned Kias, like the Kia Carnival, the K5, the Sportage, the Soul, the Sleek Stinger, and one of the hottest SUVs on the market, the Kia Telluride. Call Big D today, get approved, and you'll be driving your car tomorrow. 314-586-1333. HW Kia of West County, on Manchester Road or online at hwkia.com.
I heard the COVID-19 vaccine has.
And the thing I heard about the vaccine.
Sure, but do we really know about the long-term effects?
Did you read that thing on the internet?
He heard from his cousin that they don't.
Okay, you're hearing a lot of talk about the COVID-19 vaccines these days. So how do you find out if getting vaccinated is right for you? By talking to someone you already trust, your doctor or healthcare provider. They'll answer your questions so you can decide what's best for you and your family. Go to getvaccineanswers.org to find out more. That's getvaccineanswers.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Live from the Brown and Crouppen studio, WFUN-FM, St. Louis, a radio.com station. This is the new 96.3 R&B.
We doing it big.
For the Lou.
You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Oh, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up.
Welcome back to the Demetrius Johnson Show, the big fella flying high with his boy, his compadre, the coach. Man, that was just a great interview with Kevy, man. I love some Kevy Kev, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, Jimmy, that dude is so awesome, isn't he, man?
Great person, too, man. Even better person, man.
He really is. I mean, he's one of the most unbelievable men and people that you ever want to meet in life. All right, let's keep this party going, man, because we're going to get down to business in 7 o'clock hour. We're going to really get down to some business. In the meantime, let's bring in a conversation with my man, Dennis Jefferson. What's up, Dennis?
How you doing, man? Good morning.
How you doing, big dog? And we got your boy, Robert Page. Rob, what's up, man? You have my man, Robert? There you go.
Can you hear me?
There you go, Robert. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing real good. I can actually testify now. I can see why there's not a lot of senior citizens on these shows in the morning.
I know that's right. Hey, well, let's talk about this. Was that Thursday? Was it?
Friday.
That was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great event, Dennis, that you helped put together, man, for Boris Powell. Now, folks, if you're not familiar, Boris Powell was a great boxer out of St. Louis, and an unfortunate thing happened. He got Lou Gehrig's disease, and it's been very difficult for anybody to get anything that changed their life. It's been difficult. Dennis and Robert and the other guys, they put together a golf tournament this past Friday over Grand Maria, and Dennis came in town with his beautiful wife Stephanie, and then Robert. I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all the story after we get through Dennis. What I saw Robert do, that was amazing to me. But Dennis, talk about real quick. You got your wife available too?
Yeah, Stephanie's right here.
Hey, Stephanie.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning?
Good.
All right, talk about, man, why did you do what you did for Boris Powell, man?
Man, the main reason to meet you, man, I love the man, man. He's one of the most genuine people, man, that I've been around in my life. His spirits have always been, upbeat. He's always been a person, that's always been there, done for people. I've grown fond of him, man. Outside of his boxing career, man, he's always played basketball with me. Me and Paige also. A lot of people in the community know him. A lot of them through basketball, instead of boxing, to be honest with you. But man, like I said, he's always in my life. He's always, lifted my spirits and, made me enjoy waking up every morning because I've never seen this guy in a bad mood, man. I mean, even right now, what he's going through, he's always smiling. He's always in good spirits, man. And that makes me, it really lifts me up, man. So when I found out what was going on with him, my heart just dropped when I saw some video and I heard some things. So once I got in town and got a chance to see him, man, this was something, a few times in my life where things affected me in a way where, I really couldn't sleep, man. So I talked to him and I told him, I said, man, I'll do whatever I can to try to raise some money for you. I didn't have a lot of time, but I put some things together, and I was thank God that we were able to raise some money for him and help him out for one. He has some very important things coming up with some stem cell things that may help his life, and hopefully, God bless him, he can get his life back, man. But this is what it's about for me, man. He's just a great person, just like you are, man. I'll do anything for the guy, man.
Speaking of my man Dennis Jefferson, he's a good friend of Boris Powell and a good friend of mine. And he called me and said, I'm coming in town, lives in Florida now. Him and his wife and his daughter and their family, they came in town to put on a fundraiser for a gentleman that is going through a very difficult time. And Stephanie, how important was that for you and your husband and your daughter and your other relatives to come in town to be a part of this?
You know what? I met Bo through Dennis and, through basketball. I heard about his boxing career. But, just to give you a backstory, I'm a cardiology registered nurse. So we would have phone conversations before we ever visually saw Bo, and he would kind of tell us, him and his caregivers would kind of tell us what's going on. I would kind of offer some advice as far as exercising, breathing exercises and stuff like that. From my standpoint, because, we were on the phone. So once we actually got here, prior to the golf tournament, we came in about 2 months beforehand just to go visually see him so I could kind of get an idea of what his limitations were. So I kind of reached out to a physical therapist of mine to kind of give us exercises to kind of help him. And then, me helping him with breathing exercises. So that's kind of how I got involved. But, he's a great guy, jokes all the time, never down. He's optimistic about his diagnoses, and he's just wanting to move forward and get better. So that, along with, the kind guy that he is, just helped us to get here.
And I'm telling you, and I seen you guys when I came over there, me and my son came over there to the golf event. I was just amazed that, we hear about people turning their back when people don't have an opportunity to do things. You guys stepped your game up, man. Yeah. It became a family event for you two, Dennis and Stephanie, to get back in, and I appreciate that, man.
Well, I can tell Demetrius, one thing I will say, man. I've been around, man. I'm glad. I'm blessed to be grown. Have grown up in St. Louis, but man, I've watched you, man, for a long time, and the kindness you had, for me and to other people I've seen in the community. I've learned, man. I've always been trying, to be a giving person, a person to help people. But man, it's a different level from watching what you've been doing, over the years, man. I respect you so much. I tell you like an uncle to me. You know that, but it means a lot. I'm saying, to know that you came out there for one. The support that other people came, but like I said, it's not the first time you've been there for me, man. But I'll never forget the love you showed me, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
No, I appreciate that. And let me move over to Robert Page, and Robert has some history of a family member was a very unbelievable person. Robert, how you doing this morning, man?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Okay. I want to say thank you, man. Hey, and let me say something, man. I got emotional, man. I had to walk away, and this is real talk, folks. I want you to hear this. I got emotional. When you see a guy, Boris Powell, 6'3", 200 pounds, 220, just a fabulous, unbelievable specimen of an athlete. And when you see him in a wheelchair and can't take care of himself, handle his business because, of this terrible disease. And then you see a guy like Robert, Dennis, Stephanie, people like that who step up to the plate. This was very impactful to me, and I'm going to tell you why. Robert Page stood up there and became like his caregiver, man, just taking care of Boris, caretaker, just feeding him. I mean, joking with him. I mean, it's not many words I can say because it was so emotional to me to see that. Talk about why you were so involved in making sure you do what you're doing for Boris.
Oh, it truly is for me. It's just, I don't know. It's just my natural inclination, I guess. And I've known Boris. I mean, I'm sitting here now thinking, listening to you guys talking. Dennis, no, I met Dennis through Boris when my wife and I moved here from Peoria, Illinois to St. Louis, and that was back in the mid '90s, 95, something like that. But it was just that it was a quick story, real quick. I first met Boris. I was over at Tandy playing in the gym, and I see this guy out there, and he's playing, but he's dribbling in complete circles. I mean, he'll go all the way up under the basket. He'll come back out top of the key. He'll go back up under the basket. I'm like, and I'm looking at him, and he's, as Dennis says, he's a perfect, in his usage, he's the perfect specimen of an athlete. And I'm like, oh, here's one of them football players think he got game. I had no idea he was a professional fighter.
Wow.
And that infectious smile that he had. Because when our team got a chance to play him, and he played very physical. Me and him, that was the first time we met, and that was the first time we were adversaries. That was the first time I met him, and we've been friends ever since. And just the excellent relationship that me and him had, and there wasn't nobody in St. Louis that didn't know him. And he would take me, and once our friendship started, we would go every weekend. Dennis would tell you, sometimes we'd meet at gyms all over the city. But it was just that relationship with him, and his undivided attention that he would do and put to any task at hand. And his relationship with you on the court, off the court, he was just a caring, loving individual. His relationship with his family and his children and his mother. And I was kind of like just absorbed in that as soon as I got here. I was lucky to meet guys like Boris and Dennis. I really was, because I was strictly coming from unknown territory. But that was the majority of, I would say, the relationship that we had that has.
But Robert, we were speaking with Robert Page, who's speaking with Dennis and Stephanie Jefferson. I mean, they put on a golf tournament for Boris Powell. Dennis and his wife and daughter did an unbelievable job. And Robert, but you was taking care of him. You was feeding him, man. You was giving him water. You fed him. I mean, folks, this Lou Gehrig disease is a very difficult disease, man. I mean, it is. It really is. I mean, it takes away all your motor skills. You can't move. You can't walk. You can't eat. You can't feed yourself. But I saw a man, and I thought, and I asked him, I said, man, who was my man? And he told me who you were. I said, so he works. That's what he do for a living? And Dennis told me, no, man. He's just over here taking care of Boris. He's part of helping Boris. And, man, I was amazed because I said to Dennis, if something was to happen to me, boy, I just pray to God, I hope people would look at me and help me through how everybody stepped up for Boris. Robert, man, it was amazing. It was just amazing to see you feeding him, you doing everything for him, folks. I don't know if I could even describe the impact it had on my life when I saw that, because he was a healthy guy. I know him personally. I hung out with him. I love this kid. I mean, he's like a family. To see somebody, that was one of the healthiest guys, and he's a young guy, to now can't take care of himself, man. Man, so Robert, I just want to tell you, man, I was blessed, man, to see that black men that get the bad rap all the time, saying we don't step up. You stepped up. Dennis stepped up to the plate, and man, and just to make his life just a little better for that day. And I'm thankful to that, Robert. I mean, I'm seeing you folks, he's feeding the guy. I just want to thank you, man, for that.
No, well, thank you. And and Boris has always known. I mean, he's had the ability. He's always attracted just, beautiful people around him, like yourself, Dennis, and his wife. family, and multitudes of other people. So I appreciate that, man. But this is just something that just comes from within. I really can't explain it, but I'm like you. If something were to befall me like that, I would hope I would be, surrounded by a close knit of group of people that would support me.
And it tells you, Dennis, it tells you what kind of guy he was to get the support system like that for people to come out and have his back and do those things that you guys are doing and your wife is doing. I mean, it's just amazing, Dennis.
Well, it's mainly people like you, Larry Hughes, Justin Taylor. These people, man, they took off work. You got busy schedules, man. Came out to support, me, boys, and this event. It made it, be a lot more comfortable with things that we were trying to do. I appreciate you, product and things that you helped out with. Make things easier for me and us what we were doing, man. But I tell you something about boys, man, that I've learned. I used to talk to him, when I was gone. He would call me all the time, and something he would say to me always when he got the phone with me, he would tell me he loved me, man. I've been, I'm a man. We know about, male things, egos, but I've never really verbally said it to people when I was talking to him, got the phone. So, after a while, man, as I got older, it really instilled in me that, it's important to say that to people, man. Every time I get off the phone with, this, Mitch, I really make sure I tell people I love them, man, because, you don't get a chance to, you never know what can happen, man. But that's one thing, that's another blessing I've got from him, man. But he's just a straightforward guy, man. I appreciate Bo, man, the things that I've got, out of my life from him.
And my man Robert Page, and I appreciate those kind words too. Robert Page is relatives of Satchel Page, right, Rob?
Yeah, it's my father.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't know that.
Satchel Page, one of the great black baseball players in their history. That is your father, man. How did it feel? And I don't mean to change it, but I just got to ask you, how did it feel being a part of that? Being a part of Satchel Page, legendary Satchel Page.
I've gotten that question my whole life, and I appreciate it. I really do what you're saying, Demetrius. But this whole thing is truthfully, it's not about me at all. Boyd, I think me and Boyd were friends for close to 8 months, almost a year before he knew. And it's not a badge of courage that I always present when I go out. So he didn't know who I was, and I didn't know who he was until people were telling me, "You don't know Boyd." No, I'm just kidding here. He's a professional fighter. He's good. He's yada yada yada. Everybody knows him. But with me, as I tell people when they ask me that question, I just say it was normal. Shit, I thought everybody's father played baseball.
I know that's right.
When I was growing up, the only thing I knew when I was growing up is that he would go away from home for a period of time. Our family, it's a long story. But anyway, my mother tried to always keep us on the other side of that spectrum, like, keeping us away from that. And then I had a father where, of course, you couldn't get away from him because I was known as Lil Satch until I was about 16.
Mm-hmm.
No one knew my real name. They just called me Lil Satch. But anyway, speaking of that, I just wanted to relay a story that I relayed to Bo. It's like when Dad's arm went out. His arm went out. He's barnstorming. He's all down there in Mexico, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, all down there. Because the money's good. But that's where his arm went out. Alongside he's dealing with Mr. Greenleaf up in the Pittsburgh Crawfords. And Greenleaf, of course, long story short, Greenleaf is pining away because the attendance is falling down. It's during the Depression, yada, yada, yada. And Dad's like, hey, I got to go where the money is. So he goes down to Latin America. But that's where his arm went out because he was at the same time trying to develop a curveball. But things that with Boris, when his arm went out, he was totally just devastated. He had no idea how he was going to get an income, yada, 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 and the whole thing. And it was just a tumultuous period. But through hard work and due diligence, like I told Boris, it's about his condition. It's a lot of it is mental. And even though truly enough, it's physical, and of course we know the history and the record of it, but yet and still just to keep him optimistic to work. Like I relate to him the story about his father, and everybody told him he was through. And he came up with his own solution of hard work, hot water, some kind of liniment and concoction that he came up with, and man brought his arm back.
Wow.
So that's why I told that's why I told the boys, we're not going to give up on you. And you got people like Dennis and Stephanie, all these people in your corner. We're not going to give up on you. And God forbid, even if we can get to the point where that disease, they can get it to where it's arrested and it doesn't progress. And let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, Boris has to stay in the same state in which he is now. Shoot. Hey, it's on.
I know that's right.
We're going to do what we have to do in order to make his life as pleasant and as comfortable as possible.
Robert?
I just want to see that because I talk to Boris like that sometimes too, and he doesn't always want to hear it, but sometimes we do have that kind of conversation.
Hey, Robert, let me tell you something, man. I'm honored to have met you the other day. Dennis and Stephanie, it's an honor being around you guys. And Dennis, you've been a friend of mine and my little brother. I appreciate it, man. Love you dudes.
Oh, man.
Hey,
Love
man,
you too, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your schedule this morning to join us. So you guys have a wonderful, and Dennis, you and your wife have a wonderful trip back home when you leave. And my man, Robert Page, it was nice meeting you, my man. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.
Love you, man.
Okay.
All right, love you guys. All right, thank you, man. I'm telling you, that was just awesome, man. That was just good. Let's go and move over, JC, to a young man that I saw yesterday at the University of Missouri. And, man, I was pumped up when I saw him. Let's bring in my man, Makai Wingo. What's up, Makai?
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
First of all, thank you for joining us early. I know it's early, celebration and all that good stuff. Talk about your game yesterday now. And first of all, tell everybody who you are.
I'm Makai Wingo, D-Table, University of Missouri.
And now you played in a big game yesterday, man, and there was a must-win for the Tigers. You know, JC and I, former Tigers, it was a must-win for them, and you guys won. But you came up with probably the biggest play of the game. What happened in that play?
Just, trying to make a play. QB had caught the ball, and, I was getting double teamed, so I was going to wrap around and try to make the play. And, our defensive end, Trajan Jeffcoat, jumped up, tipped the ball, and when I wrapped around, it was just right there in my hand. And, when I get the ball in my hands, I'm going to score. Ain't no other choice.
Now, hold on, man. I heard, hey, JC, I heard an interview. They say, man, you moving like a fullback. And what was your answer?
I told him I ain't a fullback. I'm a running back. I've been doing this for a minute.
Hey, he was flying, man. The big fella, man. Talk about how it feels to be playing at the University of Missouri and playing in the Division I and SEC football.
It feels amazing just being able to play at the highest level. College football, SEC is the next thing down from the NFL, and that's the goal of mine. So I look forward to the competition day in, day out, and you just feel amazing to be able to play for your hometown. Parents can make every game, family come down, and just feel great.
When you play in the SEC, is it as big and tough as everybody say it is?
Absolutely. Like, after them, your body hurt after every game, but after them SEC games, it's a different breed.
So what would you tell some young folks in St. Louis who's looking to maybe want to go to Missouri or somewhere? What would you say about playing at your home team and hometown team?
I say, your hometown got your back. It's a great feeling to be able to put on for the state, that you grew up in. Like, you're going to get that extra love just because you're from the state.
That's great. Hey, JC, go ahead. You had a question?
Yeah, Makai, man. First of all, congratulations on everything you're doing up there, man. I've always admired you and watched you from afar. What playing in the defensive line, because the SEC is right now is still to me a defense-driven league. Talk about a little bit about your progression, from high school to playing in the SEC on the D line, and also being a little bit undersized and still being able to be effective. How have you done that?
Right, that was the reason I wanted to come to the SEC, because I was an undersized guy, just to show, I can compete with the best of the best. And just like, coming from high school, game, obviously much more physical guys are more coached up, and, so it's just like I got to use my leverage and be smarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just go out there and play football, go straight. You know, I got to use my pre-snap reads to my advantage and things like that. 'Cause they always going to have the size and the weight on me. But, you know, if I can use my speed and different things like that to beat them, I'll be all right.
We're speaking with Mekhi Wingo. He's the young freshman phenom at the University of Missouri defensive lineman. Scored a touchdown. You scored a touchdown in college from the defensive line position that 99% of the players never do in their whole careers, man. How does it feel knowing that you have a touchdown in your life in college?
You know, it feels good, but not even just for me, you know, getting that accolade. I'll say just for the team, you know, bonding, you know, we all celebrating the end zone and stuff like that. And it was a team play. It took more than one person to make that play. So it feels amazing.
So let me ask you this question. How is it playing for Coach Drinkerwoods?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, you come out there every day, you got to compete. Nothing going to be given to you. He's a great guy. Obviously, first time I visited Missouri my junior year, I committed after that first visit. So it just shows you what type of guy he is and what type of vibes he gives out to you.
Well, I tell you what, man, you got a big game coming up with with Texas A&M, and they just beat Alabama. How do you feel about going into that competition?
You know, it's just another challenge. I want to go out there and put on display and show what I can do against the best of the best. And I know my team will be right behind me.
Mekhi Wingo, man, if your mom and dad, your family listen, say something to them before we go.
My mama, Tanika Wingo, love you. Dad, Les, love you. You know, chill.
Well, let me tell you something, big dog. You got a fan. The big fella's a fan of Mekhi Wingo, man. I'm going to have to call him a Mekhi Wingo section of my show. That's what I'm going to have to do, man. I am truly a fan of yours, and congratulations, man. M-I-Z.
C-O-U.
My man, Mekhi Wingo. And he came out of, what school did he come out of, JC?
The Schmidt High School.
That's
man.
what I'm talking about.
St. Louis.
That's what I'm talking about. Mekhi Wingo, thank you so much, man, and we appreciate it. And good luck against Texas A&M this coming Saturday.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. And the young cat was disciplined. Got up, came on and hung out with us, Big D, the big fella, the coach. Holla at your boys. We're going to start taking some calls. 241-9696. 314-241-9696. I got some things on my mind I'll be talking to you about right back.
Here come the Legends of Hip Hop. Here come the Legends of Hip Hop. October 16th at 8 p.m. at the Chaffetz Arena. Starring Too Short.
Stay on the porch and blow the whistle.
The special guests, Mystical.
Watch yourself.
Scarface.
I feel like I'm the one that's doing it.
8Ball and MJG.
I'm creeping low in a flip-flop, drop, top stank. Leaning to the left, go Dayton's on that thing.
Bun B.
Big Southern rap here, Rosario. Coming straight about the Black Barrio.
DJ Quick.
A day in the life of a player named Quick. I'm just a stubborn kind of fella with a head like a brick.
And more. Get your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com or 963thelou.fm. It's the Legends of Hip Hop. Presented by the new 96.3 R&B. For the Lou.
Hello, I'm Zaki Branch.
I am Diamond Cotton Branch.
I'm Cotton Branch.
And I'm James Branch of Cotton Branch Mortuary and Cremation Services. We would like to first thank all of the families that have allowed Cotton Branch Mortuary and Cremation Service to service their families over the past 3 years.
Our mission is to continue to serve families with dignity and professionalism.
We are in the community for the community.
At Cotton Branch Mortuary, we have complete service packages to fit every family's need.
We offer traditional, non-traditional, pre-burial, cremation, and other services with 2 large chapels with ample lighted parking.
When your loved one has made their final transition, please consider Cotton Branch Mortuary as your funeral home of choice.
Cotton Branch Mortuary, family owned and operated, located in the historic downtown Ferguson at 118 North Florissant Road.
Call us at 314-521-2455. That's 314-521-2455.
Or cottonbranchmortuary.com.
Come in and visit with us.
Does your Halloween costume look like an experiment? Hello! Done wrong?
Oh, I'm surrounded by idiots.
She's talking about us.
Luckily, there's a solution. It's a family secret.
Let's roll!
Simply find a Goodwill store near you.
My favorite.
Inside, you'll find all the materials you'll need to create a one-of-a-kind costume. Be unique. Visit goodwill.org/Halloween.
That's grand.
Then see The Addams Family 2 in theaters October 1st. This film is not yet rated.
New vehicles arrive every single day at Travers GMT Auto Sales in beautiful Florissant, right across from Deerbergs. Shop all makes and models of cars, trucks, and SUVs in all price ranges. Many still under factory warranty. Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Lexus, Mercedes, BMW, and much more. Get fast 15-minute credit approval and guaranteed financing, regardless of your credit situation. Budget cars start at only $79.95. Travers GMT Auto Sales in Florissant on Lindbergh, 2 miles north of 270. Locally owned for 26 years and powered by the Travers Automotive and RV Group.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
If you get in the ring, you don't know what to do. What you need is somebody who gon' handle business and be there for you. Insurance companies playing them games, and you don't know what's next. Your neck and back in pain, turn that into a check. Turn your red into a check. Turn your red into a check. He done recover some millions. Give him a call to pay off. He understand what you feeling. When it comes to the rest, he a big dog.
I'm attorney Roderick White, and if you want real answers to your car wreck questions and real help with your car wreck problems, call me at 314 or 618 I Got You, or visit us online at IGotYou.net.
Turn your red into a check. Turn your red into a check.
At Lowe's, we believe fashion and function should live together, especially when it comes to flooring. That's why we put together a showroom with the top stylish brands like Bruce Hardwood, SmartCore Luxury Vinyl, and Satori Tile, all known for their reliable durability. See everything our showroom has in store for you. Order now and get it installed with help from Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Install available in-store only and through independent contractors. See Lowe's.com for details and licensing. U.S. only.
Who brought the sauce?
I brought the sauce.
Who made the sauce?
I made the sauce.
What's in the sauce?
I am the sauce.
Who brought the sauce?
Spilled the sauce? Quick, the Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty picks up spills and messes quicker. And each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less than the leading Ordinary brand.
Who brought the sauce?
I brought the sauce.
Who made the sauce?
I made the sauce.
What's in the sauce?
I am the sauce.
Who brought the sauce? Okay.
Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Get that satisfying crunch. Now with 20% more honey. Try a delicious Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Bar with more of the honey you love. Back to St. Louis's best mix of R&B.
This station is exactly what we needed. Thank you so much.
This is the new 96.3 R&B.
I really love your station. I really, really love it.
For the Lou.
You went there with the big fella. I told you not to go there with the big fella. Oh, big fella, don't hurt him. The big fella just ate you up.
Welcome back to the Demetrius John Show. The big fella flying high with his boy, the coach. I want to say some love to some folks who've been watching us on Facebook and texting me. My girl Helen, what's up, Helen Banks? That's my girl Adrian Hobson out of Kansas City. Z man, what's up, Z? And then I got to say, what's up to my girl Raina Ray, man? Y'all can get Raina every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays from 10 to 2. Is that 10 to 2? Big D? My girl Raina. No, Monday, Tuesday. 10 to 3. That's my girl Raina Ray. Man, I love Raina, man. That's my girl. I love listening to her music and her smooth voice. I love that voice. All right, let's go into the phones. We got some callers, Jimmy. Let's do this real quick. All right, caller, you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. What's up?
What up? What up with you, girl?
What's up?
I'm good. What you got for me?
I'm trying to see what's been happening new in the world. I heard you talk about that young man and his mother. My goodness, I just can't believe an 11-year-old, and wow, that's just disheartening with the carjacking.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, and see, JC, we talk about this all the time. We can't be afraid not to talk about those issues, because this is the last thing our community needs is not having talk show. Our community need to talk about these issues that's going on in this community. I mean, think about this. The kid in Texas, they say he was getting bullied, and he brings a gun to school, and he starts shooting folks up in the school. You know what I'm saying? But he's been bullied. Nobody can't help him. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we need to talk about, you know? And it's important that we talk about that, Helen. I'm calling you Helen.
Yes,
Helen.
it is.
Maria.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and then you're I was listening to you last Sunday, and I want you to know that, don't be discouraged. You've done, I think I've known you, oh my goodness, for about 18 years, and all that I've known throughout those 18 years, you're always helping somebody. We all have our flaws, our good days, our bad days, but we're not looking at that. We know the DJ that's out here supporting and helping people. This is your platform. You're not on here talking about anything that's, negative, in my opinion. When you talk about things like this, folks need to hear about that. An 11-year-old, that's something that's just exiting out of fifth grade, to be honest with you. Most fifth graders I know are like 10 and 11.
Wow.
And so imagine now, are you kidding me? Fifth grade, sixth grade? That's unfathomable. I just can't, me being a support staff teacher of 21 years, my mouth just dropped. I'm like, 11? Mm-hmm. My 11-year-old was exiting out of fifth grade at 11.
Well, hey, Maria, and I'm going to tell you, I appreciate you always calling me, and thank you so much for the call, okay?
Yes.
Have a nice Sunday.
You too. Take care.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go to the next call. Hold on, Jimmy. Let's go. Go ahead, Jimmy, before we go to the caller.
Yeah, just saying, when we talk about these things, we're not talking about because we're saying it's good. We also are talking about what can we do to be better.
No doubt.
So we don't just talk about it, but we talk about it, how can we be better?
No doubt. That's a great point. Hello, caller, you on the air? Is the caller there? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm awesome. How you doing today?
Hey, what's up, Erica? How you doing, girl?
I'm doing amazing. My son, he's an athlete out there at McClure High School. He's on the football team with the amazing Coach Brown, Howard Brown.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and right now they're 6-1 right now. And
oh, wow.
I'm talking about they blowing people off the charts. The lowest that they've had was 38 points. The highest was 80. And so yesterday they were playing Jennings, and anytime, if you know Coach Brown, anytime he takes his head off in the midst of something, especially a football game, something ain't right. And so he had his head off, and it just came out of nowhere. And I found out, my son told me that that the coach from Jennings was telling his kids to do some dirty stuff to our team, our best athletes. I'm talking about like one that's he can go to the NFL any day. And so they were telling them to do things to them to cripple them. And so coach was trying to approach the umpire, and then the coach come over trying to say something to coach, and it almost just like blew off the top. And so they were winning. It was like 52 to I think 14, somewhere in there. McClure was winning.
Mm-hmm.
The fact here, anybody of integrity, there's no way that they should be teaching their kids to do things that's tragic.
Now who were y'all playing against again? Jennings.
Yeah.
And you said the Jennings coach, you was told that the Jennings coach was trying to tell other kids from Jennings to do dirty stuff to the McClure kids.
Yes.
Wow.
And so,
I hope that's not true. I mean, I'm hoping that's not true, man, because if that's true, then guys like that don't need to be coaching. And I'm saying that.
If you see Coach Brown, you know Coach Brown. I'm
going to give him a call and find out. I call him,
Yes. We had an awesome day, though. Other than that, everything was going fine, and they were winning, and it was 2 minutes, I think, 25 seconds left in the game in the fourth quarter, and we get down to this nonsense, where we almost winning, and this is how it turned out.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I know my girl, Yolanda Fountain Henderson, is over in the Jennings area. I'm going to talk to her about what's going on. She would get on top of it for us. She's my girl. But that's ridiculous. Yeah. If that happened, I don't know if it happened or not. I'm saying if it happened, we have a major problem. And that's if that's happening like that in any sport, in any dynamic, I don't need Coach Collins and anybody else to comment on it. This is me. If that's happening, the coach need to be fired immediately.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you're teaching that kind of stuff,
umpire,
now I don't know if it's true.
the umpire called the game, DJ. The
No,
umpire
come
called
on.
the game. Yeah, that's how bad it was.
The umpire called the game.
Yes.
Because you're saying, all right. See, that's ridiculous. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna find out. I'll do my homework on it. This is the 1st we've heard of it, and I'll have somebody on to talk about it next week. If they don't want to come on, then I'll tell you why they don't want to come on. So we can do that. But thank you for keeping us abreast.
I just appreciate
on that.
I appreciate Coach Howard because this man is of integrity.
Coach Howard's a good man. Now I know him.
My son personally, like I say, he invested his time and energy in my son and gave him a positive view on not only athletics but school. And so I said, no, there's no way that he should be uproar to where he take his head off and be upset to where he's ready to start.
I can say this. Eric, I can say this. Coach Brown has always had a very mild demeanor. He's always been a good dude. I mean, anytime I ask him to do anything for kids, he's there for camps and stuff. So, I mean, this guy is a great guy. You don't have to sell me on to Coach McClure. I know him personally. JC knows him personally. He's a former Mizzou football player. Yeah. So we know him personally. And, and I know if he says something is going on, you believe it because you never hear any drama out of him.
Yes.
See, you got to look at their track record. He never hear any drama. I hope that ain't the case. So, hey, what I'll do, Erica, I'll do my homework, and I promise you I'll get back to you next Sunday. We'll talk about it.
Tiger for life, MIZ.
ZOU. That's my girl, Erica, man. Thank you, Erica. Appreciate it. All right. All right, thank you. So, what JC, I hope that ain't the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope.
I just hope that ain't the case.
I don't know enough about it to comment on it. You know what I mean? So, maybe we can get some more. Maybe we can get some more intel on it. In the next week or so.
Exactly. See, because we're not gonna say much about the coach or anything like that because I don't know. I don't know if it happened or not. I don't know. I don't want to say it happened. It didn't happen. I mean, she said it. We'll do our homework. So we're not going to say anything about the coach of Jennings because I don't know what happened over there. We wasn't there. Right. We'll do our homework. We'll do our due diligence before we come back out. But let me switch back on to something I was talking about. This shooting in Texas, man, that really just upset me, man, because this kid's parents, they came out and said that they was physically, this guy was getting bullied. And JC, now you're in high school.
Sure.
I didn't know that they do a lot of bullying in high school. I'm thinking it's elementary and middle school where all the bullying going. Is that normal to be getting bullied in high school?
Yeah, well, it's becoming more of a phenomenon, DJ. You know what I mean? Bullying, particularly cyberbullying, man. You know what I mean? These kids are, getting on Twitter or wherever they are, or Instagram, and saying things about kids and posting kids. It takes on a lot of different forms, because they posting pictures of kids and then talking about kids, the way they look. All those are forms of bullying and should be taken serious, you know what I mean? And parents, talk to your kids about it if they are partaking in it or they are the victims of bullying, man. That's why it's important, DJ, to talk to your kids, man.
Right.
Me and you, we're both parents, man. That's why it's important to talk to your kids and find out what's going on, man. Find out there was never a day, DJ, that we don't talk to our kids about how was your school day, what's going on. You know what I mean? And we got to get back to that because that situation down in Texas is a product of that, man. That kid, man, to take a loaded gun into a school and do that, something was going on, man. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere.
No, you're right. And how did these are the things we know you can smuggle guns in any place. We know that.
Oh, absolutely.
But this deal is this, man. How is it that these guys are getting bullied? Nobody want to talk about it. They think it's cute. I mean, I remember some guy was in the bathroom and got jumped on. I heard that we did a story on that one time. I don't understand. First of all, I would hope the parents of these kids who's getting bullied the kid will tell the parent, because a lot of times that I know of, in incidents I've known of, kids don't want to tell their parents.
Right.
You know, they're ashamed or whatever the reason is. We got to do a better job of telling our kids, man. If there's a problem in school, if things are going on, we gotta do something about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and understanding that, DJ, bullying is just not always physical. You know, the verbal bullying is just as prominent as the physical bullying right now.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
You're right, Jimmy. And you have, like Bianchi was saying, mass shootings. He's right. There are mass shootings because, hey, man, people get fed up of being treated a certain way and just snap. You know what I'm saying? And you see why they snap. That's why we got to get in touch with this stuff, man. Then I think it was another school in St. Louis had another fight, man. What, about a week ago? And I meant to talk about it, but I got caught up and I cannot remember the dynamics of it. So I don't want to get into details without knowing all the dynamics of it. But look at it, man. How is it that we let our kids go to these schools and go, they may come home and be a whole totally different person. You know, they may be that totally different person when they come home. But it's got to be some signs of these kids doing some ridiculous stuff. Something. You know what I'm saying? And then we got, as parents, if I'm to call you and tell you your son or daughter is doing something in school, why do you want to go and fight the damn teachers? Why is it you want to go and have a problem with the teacher when they saying, hey, your son ain't coming to school, he talks disrespectfully, he's not doing what he wants to do, and the parent takes the kid's side? That's what bothers me, that happens. All right, that's one thing I want to talk about. I mean, this bullying stuff, man, we got to get on top of this, y'all. And we got to, and I think at one time, Jimmy, they used to have hotlines for these kids what they're able to call on these hotlines.
Right, bullying hotlines, no doubt.
Yo, we got to start emphasizing that again, man, because it is very important that we do that. You know, we got to do that. And then I saw that video, and Solo, you're right, that video in Texas when that boy was, I mean, this guy, you could tell he was just fed up, and the things that was going on in that deal, man. It was terrible, man. Then the kid snaps. He snaps. Hey, Yolanda, you need the number? Call 314-241-9696. Yolanda Henderson, call 314-241-9696. So we can get you in before we go off the air.
And it's got to be, man, and districts and administrations have to take a zero tolerance and zero stance against bullying, man. They do. They got to be tough on it, man. When it's pointed out and it's investigated and it is true and everything checks out, they got to draw a hard line with it, man, because, you know, you have those incidents and that school is going to be forever changed, man. That school is going to be, some kids will never be the same mentally after that situation down in Texas.
No doubt about it. They said he's been bullied since Reg Davis said that he's been bullied since school started. Wow. Before the shooting, they jumped him. Yeah. They said they jumped him in the classroom. Wow. That's my girl. Okay, let's go into my girl, Yolanda. What's up, Yolanda? How you doing?
Good morning, DJ. I'm enjoying your show this morning, early.
I know, and I'm up early too, babe. How you doing?
I'm doing great. That bullying stuff is very, very, very serious. You know, the children are fighting all over the place here, you know, in Jennings too, and we're on top of it. And what I just heard from Erica Brooks, I wish Erica would have told me so we can get on top. But I don't play. We don't play with that. You know, if that is true, we will do our own investigation here as well. when it comes to the bullying, I know my son, was bullying and stuff, and of course they're not going to say anything, as they, they like, no, 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 and I know it has, subsided. The principal is involved in it to see, because one little boy, he was told not to mess with my son. He left him alone. Then all of a sudden he started back, and it looked like he stopped again.
Now, Yolanda, was this in high school or middle school?
This is high school now.
I'm just amazed. See, it was a time, JC. Maybe I ain't around it, but it was a time in high school that you didn't get bullied because everybody could do their own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you got the nerds over there. You got the guys who think they're cool over there. You got the athletes over there. You got the academians over here. I mean, every high school is so diverse. So to bully somebody in high school, that is a truly dedicated effort to bother them.
Yeah, but it started in junior high, and then all of a sudden it goes to high school. But it looked like it stopped. But I'm trying to see what are the signs. What are the signs?
Hey, you know what? We're gonna find. Hey, Yolanda, what I'm gonna do next week? I'm gonna find somebody to come on and talk about the signs of bullying. How do you recognize that in a kid? Because if this kid in Texas, they say he's been bullied, and my man Deion Quinn said that you got to have focus on logic and move logically instead of pure emotions as people do. But Deion, I hear what you're saying, but that ain't the emotional reality. You're in the middle of somebody doing something and saying something to you, you're gonna react, you're gonna get tired and gonna get frustrated, and you're gonna do what you have to do to protect yourself or get back at somebody. So I mean, I hear everybody says let's get to logic, and it ain't that way as a kid. It ain't that way as a human being. It ain't that way as an adult.
They don't want to be as a tattletale, as you say.
Yeah, man. That's terrible.
But please do that so we can, keep the signs going over here so we can recognize before anything takes place over here in Jennings.
Yolanda, thank you so much for the call. You, my girl. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right,
okay,
JC.
thank you. Have a good day.
Oh, you
Bye-bye.
too. All right, Jimmy, go ahead. We said we got about 2 minutes.
Yeah. Again, man, social media has changed this whole scope of this bullying, man. Some of this bullying a lot of it is coming from social media as well, man. Things are generally happening outside of school and being brought to school, you know what I mean? And another form of bullying, man, it's just crazy, DJ, man. You got parents showing up at bus stops fighting kids. It's unbelievable, man. Look how the parent came up into the school over there in Florence and told her kids to fight the kid.
Do you got something to say?
Yeah, I think this is definitely a subject that you will want to expound on a little bit more, possibly next week. We had a lot of people that were actually calling.
Okay, well, we'll get back into this next week. That's what we're going to do. We're going to dedicate some time to this next week. We're going to get some folks on. We're going to find some kids who've been bullied and what their mental capacity is. And my girl Adria said a thing. She said, we wait until the kids snap and say it was the victim of mental health, when in fact the perpetrators need the help. Damn, that's profound, eh? That is profound. You're right. So what we're going to do next week, we're going to dedicate some of this time to that bullying, because this kid snapped in Texas and started shooting people. Hey, man, he acted like he didn't have nowhere else to go or no other thing. He had no other choice in his mind. That's what he thought. Jimmy, give me your close.
Hey, man, great show, man. It's always a blessing when the callers and call in, and all the listeners on Facebook, man. Keep listening to us. Thanks.
No doubt about it. Let me thank my man, Big D. Thank you, Big D, for always having my back on the air. Big Mike, Mo Scott. Man, it was an honor to recognize my boy, Kevin Kev. I love some Kevin Pulley, y'all. He is a great guy. Makai Wingo, you an example of a young man going to school, doing the right thing, playing hard, and making your family proud. Dennis and Stephanie Jefferson, thank you. Robert Page, thank you for looking out for Boris Powell, man. We try to get my man Reggie Smith on to talk about a product. We'll get him on next week. Hey, man, if you hear any about bullying and anything, hey, man, go on my Facebook page, inbox me. We'll reach out. We'll come over to the school, parents, kids, and we'll have your back. I promise you that. I am so thankful you guys get up this early in the morning and listen to me. I do not take this for granted. Thank you. You can catch me tomorrow night on my Facebook page from 6 to 8. Thank you for listening. For my man, the coach, Big Mike, Murray Scott, and my boy Kevy Kev. Big D, thank you. We'll see you next week. I'm out.
Jesus, I know there's some who don't.